Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, and I'm going to wait until few people hop on. I'm going to try doing ombre lip look for today. So if you're hopping on, say hi. I wanted to do a red ombre lip look, so that's what I'm going to try attempting. And if you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay. So let me go ahead and clean my lips first. That's the first step when it comes to um, lip sense application. So that will be the first step, because when lip sense literally bonds molecularly with your lips, so you don't want any of the makeup or the earlier lip color to be in your lip, because that will what to say, like reduce the longevity of the lip sense. You can just use water. See, for example, um, I don't know whether you can see, but I think the sunlight is way brighter today. So I had little bit of foundation and also the lip color I have worn yesterday, so I still had a bit of it. So always make sure you clean with just what is it, like water. You don't need to. I use witch hazel, but you don't need to. I keep it here, so it makes it easy for me to do it. So the colors I have picked for the ombre look are black cherry, which is the one I wore as a color this week, and I'm going to fill it in with red ruby, which is thanks, Sunita. I know this is the first time I'm wearing. I'm a, what to say, like I like wearing very long necklaces, but when it comes to short, I always hesitate a bit whether it will fit me or not. It comes to earrings too. My ear hole is like literally in the center, so sometimes I like to buy it, but what happens is once I try whether it's an ethnic earring, or even while buying gold, my mom, I remember those days my mom used to have those extra set of holes. That way only it can come down for me. So I always talk to Shakti, like, because she will otherwise extend me for some time. So today I'm happy that I was able to wear it, because I always hesitant a bit, because I feel like I have broad shoulders, so even if I wear a small necklace, it won't suit me. So that's why I try to wear big ones most of the time. So I'm going to first outline with black cherry. So always make sure you shake your lip sense bottle well. That way your colors get mixed. That two colors like this, which is really pigmented. Let me see whether I can show you some example where I have. Yeah, see, can you see roseberry? This is, I store the colors like this because I have a sticker on top. Because most of the time I ask people to store it upside down, that way you can see the name, but I have an extra sticker here, so I store it this way. But you can see how the color has separated. So then you won't have the actual pigment if you don't mix it properly. This will happen to many of the darker shades, because um, lip sense doesn't have any chemicals included in it to keep the colors mixed in. So I'm going to use black cherry and I'm going to outline it. I know many of you like use pencils to line your lip, but lip sense has been designed in such a way it's not going to bleed out, so you don't need it. At the same time, it has a pointy tip which you can use it to line your lips too. So this is black cherry, which is the matte shade. So I'm going to wipe it really clean. That way I can just use like a thin layer to outline it. And When it comes to ombre lip looks, you just need one darker shade and one lighter shade. It can be any combinations. So it's going to take a little bit of time than my normal, because obviously it needs a little bit of precision as well as filling in. So if it is the normal Lipson's color, I will finish it in 2-3 minutes, like, because it's not going to take a lot of time. So So once I have the outline, I'm going to fill it in a bit with the same color. Good morning, Shakti. See, look at this. I couldn't find. Do you remember? I don't even remember whether you extended this for me. I couldn't find it. You know, I have ordered like 5 or 6 of this same one, right? I know you remember you did for me for the silver one, but for this I couldn't remember. But it fit me as it is, so I was so happy to try it today morning. I had the backup to one more color, but this itself fit me. Yeah, that's what because I remember I ordered it as a gift, right? So I didn't remember whether you extended it for me or not. It was supposed to go to somebody else. Since my trip got cancelled, I didn't give it to anybody. This, I always believe that if it is destined to you, it is going to come to you no matter what. So yeah, I ordered bulk because I thought this will be for everybody who can wear for ethnic wear. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deepen it one more time by layering at the same place. You didn't have, I thought you didn't have the silver one. I didn't know you didn't take this, even this one. Don't worry. They had it in red, no? Did you have the red one? No, I know silver came in red, right? Not this one. I know. Even I remember when the, excuse me, I have a habit when I see sunlight in the morning, I try to sneeze actually. The silver one came during, I think, last Navratri, I believe. So I remember many of them got it for gift too. So that's why that sold out first. Okay, so what I have done is, to do the ombre lip look, I have used black cherry, and I have done it on my outer line. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I know I don't know whether I wore the silver yet. This one I thought I wanted something with brass, and this one was good. So now I'm going to take red cherry, not sorry, red ruby. This is one of the metallic from our collection. I don't know whether we have any other metallic. I don't remember. I think Fly Girl, Hurricane Red, Blue Red, all of them are matte. Red Rose is kind of a orangish red. But this is the only shade that is like red with metallic tint to it. So what I'm going to do is, once I this one dries a bit, I'm going to fill this color for 3 layers, and then I will darken the corners again with black cherry. So that's what we are going to do today. That's why I didn't do much of for my eyes. My eyes have only natural tan to color correct, and I have just onyx eyeshadows, shadow sense as my liner, both in my waterline also as eyeliner for today. So I have red ruby. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wipe it as much clean, because I'm going to do really thin layers first to fill it in. This adds quite a dimension to your lips. Do you see, even with just one layer, it immediately brightens the overall look itself. I don't think my any of my outlook is complete unless I finish with lip sense. Even if I don't do anything, just with a lip sense color, it can even brighten the look. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to slightly overline it and do the red ruby, the second layer. That way it will deepen the color a bit. So always make sure you wipe the wand literally clean. That helps for you to make thin layers. I know if you're a beginner for lip sense, that is a very nice start, because if you do too thick layers, it will feel what is it, like really sticky. And as I say, I am used to talking without my lips being touched much, but you will feel it little difficult for you to do that. So let's go ahead and do my second layer. So if you do thin layers, it will dry out like within few seconds itself. So that way you don't have to wait too long before you go for the next layer. So I'm literally wiping my wand clean and just applying thin layers. That will make the layer not streaky at all, and it will stay longer if you do that way. So I still have to do one more layer, and then I will just use black cherry again to deepen my corners. And then let's go ahead. I have few choices for the glass too. If you wanted any glittery ones, we can do, or I can just seal it with glossy to show the color as it is. So I'm going to go ahead with my third layer. This saree is just has gold and red and black, so I wanted it to keep it simple to go with it. So that's my 3 layers of red ruby. Let it dry a bit before we go ahead with the black cherry to tighten the corner. Meanwhile, as you know, this one is from Good Morning Prashanti, and I wore bangles to match with it too. The bangles, and actually I got like few storages for all my ethnic earrings. I was so excited about. Actually, I watched one of Shakti's friend's YouTube video. She shared few links for the Amazon boxes to store those big jamukas, because I hate when I have to store them in the either the plastic cover or in the small ziplocs to do it, because all these, if you see, they all have stones in them. So sometimes I don't want them to lose the stones, or even what is it, like the sometimes it loses the shine. So let's go ahead and just deepen the corners alone. It's completely optional. Do you see the difference between the side it's been deepened to the side it's not? It just adds like how you do like a painting. So it's going to add a little bit of dimension to the color. Yeah, do you see that way the red in the middle pops more actually. You can basically do with any colors, like even you can do with 2 browns. That will again look good, like a color like cocoa with a light brown, like even you can do cocoa with nude pink, kind of nude honey or nude pink or rose quartz. All those will be like literally 2 different colors, so that will really work. Yeah, I think I liked it this way. So good morning, Bhavna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for popping on. I know you guys might be just getting up. So see, few color choices are like, if you want to seal it, you can just seal it with the glossy and just leave it. Or if you are going for a party look, or you want more glittery look, because these 2 colors are the red cherry is matte obviously, and red ruby, even though it's metallic but still doesn't have shimmer to it, you can add just the diamond gloss. Yes, there will be a sari post for sure. And this is golden iris, which is like a gold glittery gloss, so you can do that. Or we can just top it with red glitter gloss. So that's again another way. That way you don't have to deviate or show the glitters in, but still add a tiny bit of glitter to it. And or else you can add rose gold glitter, which is my favorite all the time, because I'm a big fan of rose gold in any form. Like I think I have a rose gold shoe. I have my rose gold watch. Anything rose gold, I really love it. So these are some of the choices. If you want to see any of these colors, let me know. We can top it with that, or I can just top it with glossy gloss. I will wait for a few minutes if any of you have a choice. or else we can go ahead with the glossy and then top it with a gloss of choice. And as I said, I just used two shades for today's look. It's black cherry with red ruby. Both of them are really nice shades to work with, because some shades will be little tricky for you to work with if you are a beginner, because it's nothing different. You want to see the diamond glass, Prashanti? Sure, we can do. Um, the what to say, like the consistency of each glass is little different. That's where it differs, because some colors are thick. Sometimes when the color itself says it's sheer, it will not have this much pigment. For people who doesn't like bold choices, or for people who doesn't like the lip color to be too obvious, then if the color says sheer, then you can obviously go for those, because sheer colors can take up to 4 layers for it to show up. For example, crystal mauve, rose quartz, even some of the recent ones, I think Kiss My Sass is also blush. All those are like sheer consistency. For example, the frost colors will be really thick. Let me go ahead and do one layer of it. It's little thick compared to the glossy glass, obviously, because it has what's it, like crushed diamond particles to it. I wish you can see the glitter actually. Let me see whether I can swatch it and show you the glitter. Do you see it? It will add a nice shine to any lip color, basically. We do have gold glitter, we do have silver glitter, we do have prism, we have pink prism, and basically we have glitter glosses in every single color. Like for example, as I already showed, we have red glitter, we have what to say, like we have Fiesta, Java, like everything has some form of glitter to it. Do you see the applicator? Once the color is dry, even though whether it's a darker shade or a red or anything, it's not going to transfer at all. As you know, we do have colors that has glitter in it. For example, this is caramel apple diamond. You can see the diamond has settled down, so that's why I asked you to shake well before you do. Yeah. You can see how shining it is going to be. The whole day I'm going to be glittery today. So thanks for choosing it, Prashanti. It really makes the look a complete look, because as I say, it depends on how glittery or how shimmery you want. It's You have plenty of choices to make. As I said, even with the same color. Thanks, Prashanti. So even with the same color, every time when you top it with a different gloss, it's going to look different, because that's the cool thing about Lipsons. You can pretty much mix and match, and you can do you see? This is how it will be in Sauni. So any glass as it is like going to be super moisturizing, and also it's going to be sealing the color. Usually if it is a red look, I will do it, but I know I will take out the glass anyway, but it's not going to smudge at all any time, and it's going to stay put all day. I feel reds stay all day more, and when you are in a party or something, you don't have to worry about whether it will bleed or whether it transfer to your dress or anything. So that's the advantage with lipsons. Like, I always prefer to get ready early for any parties, because I don't have to worry whether my eyeshadow is going to bleed, my mascara is going to bleed, my anything is not going to come out until I come back and take it out. But always make sure you remove your makeup before you go to bed. That's the first step with your skincare. So that's all for the look. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for whoever hopped on, helped me choose the color, and have a wonderful day and enjoy the weekend, and see you soon with the new content. Bye.